Support for City Series Boys Basketball is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Good evening and welcome to Canton Memorial Fieldhouse for Canton Division II District semifinal action with the number 1 seed home team in the whites, Buchtel Griffins, coached by Matt Futch, and the visiting East Dragons, coached by Brian Dawson. East coming in as a 5 seed. And they knocked off Alliance in a slight upset. Buchtel rolled over Marlington in their sectional final game. East wins the tap, and we're ready to go. East break, quick break, can't get it to go. Ball loose on the floor, and Noah Peoples comes up with it. We'll set the starters as soon as we have a chance. Chris Livingston, player of the year, and he's fouled on a three-pointer, and that is not what you want to do if you're Deshaun Jones and the East Dragons. Starters for the Dragons in the visiting red unis. Number 1, Deshaun Jones, who just picked up that personal. Number 2, Amarian Robinson. Number 5, Dervonte Russell. Number 15, Marlon Lee. And number 40, Billy Johnson. He was a first-team City Series performer for the Griffins. City Series Player of the Year, who just nails the first point of the game. Chris Livingston, joined in the front court by Anthony Hunt and Noah Peoples. In the back court, also Jonathan King and Ronell Perry. Peter George, Dave Schick, Joe Pacansky here with you, high atop center court here from the field house. Livingston gets 2 out of 3 to go. Dragons back on the attack, and Buchtel going to show that three-quarter court 1-2-2 pressure.
Yeah, and we had talked about, hey, we get to do this playoff game, and we can be big home team, celebrate our Akron City Schools teams in the tournament. And here in the quarterfinal, we have 2 Akron Public Schools teams. So we're kind of back to our regular season mode. We want an Akron Public School team to win, and that's a guarantee.
Livingston a little quick on the trigger, and the ball goes out of bounds, but it will stay with the Dragons. Yeah, you said it, man.
We just want to be homers for a while.
Celebrate everything tonight.
Now these teams meeting in the regular season as well. Buchtel taking care of business, going perfect in the City Series.
Man, Johnson and Peoples really working inside.
Peoples with a dynamic game last game.
Absolutely.
Really going after the boards as he was able to get 11 rebounds in that last game.
And this is what East has to do. They got to shorten this game, try to play slow.
Well, talking with their coach ahead of the game, he spoke about just limiting turnovers and, trying to get used to this zone.
2 in a row, deep threes, a little quick by the Griffins, and that plays into the hands of the Dragons. Dervonte Russell pulls it down. Nice leak out break, and they get it to go. They tie the game up at 2. Marlon Lee with a nice hang in the lane.
Yeah, and with the extra space there, kind of allows them their point guards to survey the floor, see where they want to go, especially from our vantage point here.
John King for 3 gives Buchtel the lead right back 2 minutes in.
Just shows how a senior can add to his game. Really a post player most of his time here in high school, and now stepped out, hit the 3.
Livingston with the stop and pop from 17, way off the mark. Billy Johnson pulls down his first rebound, and East off and running. Hang in the lane, can't get it to go. Livingston with the rebound. And then the Griffins throw it away, but it will stay with them off of East. Chris Livingston had 27 in that sectional final game and only 2 in the first quarter, so he really got it going. Had a stretch in the third quarter where they really separated, where he had 12 of their 14 points and kind of put that game away at home for the Griffs.
Yeah, halftime they had just about a 9-point lead And then third quarter, they exploded, only giving up 4 points in that quarter.
Paris, man, no, they're letting them play.
Ball came out.
John King again.
You know, I think the game plan ahead of time was to keep Chris Livingston out of the three-point range and not let him get hot, and John King comes out ready to shoot.
Yeah, a lot of contact, and Paris gets just a little bit too much. He created a ton on the other end, too, so maybe that's a accumulation of physicality.
Our officials for tonight's game is going to be Adam Brown, Peter Cirrus, and Doug Gaze. Both of them having personal ties with Joe and I, so we'll try and keep.
We'll be all over them.
Yeah. I said we were going to try and be nice, but you know we're not going to be.
No box out.
Nope.
Martavian Johnson the game with the rebound and the nice leak out to Peoples, and Dawson has seen enough. Buchtel jumps out to a 10-2 lead here early. Nice look by Martavian Johnson just into the ball game. He gets an assist and a quick start for the Griffins. Couple three balls and a couple of scrappy baskets, and they're up 8 here early.
City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools with student opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Schools at akronschools.com.
The Dragons have only turned the ball over one time, Dave, but a little quick on their shots. A little, I don't know if it's rushy or the size difference, but haven't only about 1 for 6 shooting so far. They get it up. Nice look. Oh, but they can't finish. They dropped the pass trying to go too quick. And now it's Buchtel on the attack. They turn it over for the first time. Russell with a nice move. Sweeps in. Dervonte Russell, a much-needed basket for the Dragons.
And that's one that they like to call silky smooth.
Livingston with the pop. He's 0 for 3 now.
Robinson with the rebound.
And you just kind of want to chip away at this if you're the Dragons. Got a wide open look. Can't get it to go, though. Rebound to King as he couldn't cradle it, but grabs it. And Buchtel looking to run. Peoples really quick.
A lot of quick
King
shots
another
here
rebound
in the first quarter.
And then they throw it away. A little sloppy for the Griffins the last couple times down.
Oh, a good look, but too long at first step. As Jones can't connect on it.
They're going to get a timeout. I think Coach Futch is going to talk with his troops about shot selection. We can get that shot anytime we want, he's going to tell them. A little too quick, kind of a contested 3 off of transition. A wide open 3 is one thing, Dave, but they've pulled the trigger really quickly a couple times. 10-4 is your score, 32nd timeout for the Griffs.
Well, and it seems both teams kind of, there's no flow of an offense per se that you're seeing from either team here early. Maybe it's the jitterbugs or the different facility here, but both of them playing faster than normal, which is odd to say for either of these teams.
A little bigger venue than they normally play in.
Well, and I think you can see that a little bit. We've had 2 timeouts here in the first quarter. It's just kind of been a funky quarter so far.
Well, and we forget, even though Buchtel's the number 1 seed, they got one senior that's leading them right now, and they're extremely young other than that. They make a conscious effort. They go outside, but they make a conscious effort to go in first. And John King has come to play, in case anybody was wondering. 3 threes in the first quarter. And he's known as a baseliner. He doesn't usually step out, but he's showing that he can do whatever he needs to do to help his team.
Well, and he's the only one that's had a good shot from outside so far.
Fouls on Martavian Johnson.
And Johnson, one of those guys that can disrupt defensively on the other end. We saw him do that against the Duke Marlington player that he was able to stifle the entire game. He couldn't get anything going. Nick Pookie.
A nice step out and turnaround from 16 feet for Billy Johnson for his first two and a much needed basket. Cordell Livingston into the game for the first time. He's got the ball right now. Swings it over. King is human and does miss one. Also into the ball game, number 24, Shaheem Pickens. Dragons turn it over, and so do the Griffins. 3 turnovers apiece now in this first quarter. In and out. You feel it? You hearing it?
I can't hear you,
and then
but you can hear me.
Wait, now I'm good. Now I'm not good.
I'm just going to hold this the whole time.
I'm not good right now. Now I'm good.
I'm going to try and get the set just right.
Oh, Billy Johnson with a nice backdoor look and one to Shaheem Pickens just in the ball game. Nice backdoor cut by him. Nope, now it's out. Cuts the lead. Martavian Johnson quickly picks up his second. Technical difficulties, please stand by. There we go.
There you go.
Livingston back in. I can hear out of your one ear. Can't hear out of my right. Oh, now it's good. Now it's good. Don't. How's it for you?
Maybe it's this one.
Probably both. Pickens gets the three-point play, the traditional. Yeah, we're good. Let's take some work. Some good old-fashioned.
You know, my son likes playing our vintage Sega, and you have to hold the wire. Like, I fold the wires like underneath the Sega
to get it to work.
It's only the magic's only gonna last like another year or two, and then it's gonna be like, Dad, everyone else has an Xbox. No one knows of this creation called Sega. It's odd.
Dragon State Minutemen.
Why is that? I don't know.
A lot of hours on that Sega, man. Pari with the slice, gets to the hole, and he does draw contact. That's going to be on number 2, Marion Robinson. Only the second on the Dragons. Perry to the line to shoot 2. And the smooth left-hander knocks it down. Rob Jones into the ball game also for the Griffins. Rebound tap to Devontae Russell.
He's got 3 rebounds in this game already. Now he's shooting outside.
Oh, he'll let it go. I'm going to tell you, he will let it go. Livingston with the rebound. He's off and running. Nice kick in the corner. He finds King, who else? He's cooled off a little bit. Kashawn Mosley with his first rebound. Dragons back on the push. Down 5 with a chance to cut it to as close as they've been since the first 2 minutes.
Well, the interesting part is a much different game flow that we saw here from the Griffins covering their first playoff game. Kind of just shot inside for the most part. There wasn't a lot of threes made in that game.
Yeah, I would say too many in this game so far.
Yeah,
oh, that's a foul.
Only 2 made threes in the entire first game.
Nice gather and finish for Chris Livingston. He's got 4. There's a quick trigger on the other end. They still can't get it to go. Good box and rebound.
And the press seems to kind of help them here with the bigger floor. And that foul will go on Peary.
That's going to be his second, I believe. That's going to be on the floor. Yep, it is his second.
Team 4th. Coming in for Buchtel is going to be number 30, Anthony Hunt.
I mean, the Griffins have attempted more threes than twos. Luckily, they've made 3 of them. But, I mean, we're talking 8 or 9 threes already. And, boy, they just let it in right into Billy Johnson, and you don't want to do that. He can't get it to go. They continue to struggle on the inside.
It's like there's a little bit of a haze going on both these teams at times when they're trying to score.
Nice ball fake and finish by Perry.
Not by Perry, though. Great kind of fake and back to the basket to shoot.
Another quick 3 ball. Neither team shooting it very well. And with 4.7 left, that one had to go up, getting towards the end of the quarter. Livingston with it. He's going. That's going up from 40 and just short off the front of the rim. After one quarter, though, the Griffins in command here off of John King's 3 threes. They lead by 9, 18-9.
Had a chance to talk with East Coach, head coach Brian Dawson before the game. A little quick insight as they prepared here for a familiar foe in the Buchtel Griffins.
Coach, tell me a little more about
We'll wait for it.
Coach, tell me a little bit about how you guys prepared for Buchtel this week. Was it any different than your regular season matchups? Or? No, we prepared the same way. We kept a little continuity going with our practices, but we just got to keep from fouling Buchtel.
Trying to bring the volume up a little bit as we fight the PA announcer here.
Yeah.
A little different setup from usual for us as well.
I hear it now.
All right, let's try it now with a little less in the background.
Coach, tell me a little bit about how you guys prepared for Buchtel this week. Was it any different than your regular season matchups? Or? No, we prepared the same way. We kept a little continuity going with our practices, but we just got to keep from fouling Buchtel. We put them at the foul line too many times. So our focus now is to play defense without fouling. Is there a player on your team that really is kind of just developed exponentially this season so far? Yeah, Billy Johnson. He's a junior. He really improved from his sophomore year, and also Shaheem Pickens. Those two really spark us.
So, Coach talking a little bit about his players, as you heard.
And Buchtel really extending this 2-3 zone, looking to trap in trapping areas. And this is what the Dragons need to do. Stay patient. And I think it will help to get the ball to that young man. Nice pass. Billy Johnson gets the first 2 of the second quarter, cuts it back to 7. Billy Johnson, he is right. He was an up-and-comer last year as a sophomore, but really matured as a junior. Looking forward to see what his senior year brings. Contested 3 by Livingston. He wanted the foul, but he hits it in traffic.
He kicked his legs out a little bit on that shot. But really has the mismatch height-wise against the person guarding him, Deshaun Jones. But continue to kind of take that outside shot. I think Jones was happy to let him shoot. Now he still made that big shot, though.
Sure.
Talking with the official about it now.
Foul is going to go on Buchtel. Yeah, Rob Jones. Good call. Lob in. Got numbers the other way. It's tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Dragons. Ronell Perry back in, replacing Cordell Livingston. Griffins with the ball and a 10-point lead. Buchtel has shown about 3 different defenses so far. Johnson window, it's not open. John King pulls down his 4th rebound. He brings it up and he goes right to the rack. Great dish. 2 good passes. They made the extra pass, but Livingston can't get it to go off of him back to the Dragons.
Yeah, and a good pass, but I think Livingston expecting that shot to go up, wasn't expecting to get the ball, and then was kind of too far under the basket now to shoot.
Yeah, most people wouldn't even be able to get a shot off there, but with athleticism, he could still put it up with the left hand, and it almost went in. Had the choice for the kick, but he chose to challenge.
Second time he's missed a good shot like that.
Livingston goes hard to the, and he draws contact. Foul's going to be on Marion Robinson, his second. No, they actually get Pickens for that one. okay.
There was one of those guys.
It wasn't him, I didn't think. I think if anything it was the body, but hey, sometimes wrong place, wrong time, right?
And coming in now is Takai Coleman, the starter, as Anthony Hunt will sit down.
Livingston splits the pair. Rebound to Devontae Russell, his fourth. Doing a good job not dribbling, but the Buchtel defense showing their athleticism as well. In our last outing, this is where Buchtel kind of extended things against the Marlington Dukes. Dragons got to try to hang in this second quarter. Out of bounds, and it will go back to the Griffins. Dragons staying man-to-man, and Coach Dawson will play whatever defense is his team. They will go zone, but they seem to athletically be able to play pretty well in the man-to-man. They forced a lot of bad shots like that one,
that's a bad shot, but he still made it. He talked about being able to go to the basket and because of athleticism and length, get a good shot.
Oh, nice move.
It's just a lot of talent there. Even on a bad shot, it goes in.
Shaheem Bickens used the running back move there, the kind of stutter and go. And they are heating up, are the Griffins.
3 threes to start this quarter.
Up 15, just like that. And if these teams that are playing them next are scouting them, they're like, man, this team likes to shoot threes. But you said that was not the game plan in their last outing. They pretty much attacked the hole. Nope, now it's 3-bomb. 3 in a row.
Jeez. There's a reason why he was City Series Player of the Year as a freshman. And Futch on the sideline was telling him to push it, push it, push it.
Yeah.
But they're having problems with the defense because they're swarming and doubling.
Nice finish by Amarian Robinson for his first 2.
And that's the hard part. They've got 3 shots for 6 points, and Buchtel's got 4 shots for 12 points. He's kind of shooting them shot for shot, but the threes are worth more.
And I wonder if Coach Futch is like, I want a 3. No, they're going 4 corners here. High screen. Oh, that is our offense. I run that offense right there. But I don't have that. Chris Livingston is officially on fire. 3 in a row. He's got just a dozen in the quarter. 16 already for Livingston. He's outscored East. And he does it. We haven't seen a game yet where we're like, man, he is. And this part of it is because he's a freshman, where he's had like an efficient, like it's been a 9 of 12. Wait till he gets even more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, as a freshman, just going against this competition where the freshman's going against juniors and seniors, I'm sure he's learned a lot, certainly from having King on the roster as well. A player that without him could have potentially been a City Series Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice overplay, and that was a foul. That was a foul on Livingston.
NBA range.
You got to shoot it right now. He is on fire. And Dawson's heated because they need to call that foul on Livingston. A little tug of the jersey, a little loose ball foul is what it was. Off of the steal. It was.
There was a lot of contact to tip the ball away as well.
No, not there. He had that's a clear path foul in the open court. Can't miss it. But they're letting him play, but I don't care. It's a foul, man. It's a foul. Told you I'd get on these guys.
City Series basketball right here on APS 15 is supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School. It's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. That's how Dave transitions away from
I can bring it back.
detrimental topics.
Not detrimental. It was a bad call. Who cares? It's not a game changer.
No, the game has opened itself up on its own.
I'm just saying why Coach Dawson was mad, and he's still mad. He needs that call to have a chance.
He needs to maybe cool down Chris Livingston a little bit this quarter.
Well, easier said than done.
Yes.
15 in the quarter, Griffins by 21, and another great second quarter by them.
Livingston and the Dragons have the same total.
Nice job making the extra pass. Dervontae Russell to Billy Johnson.
And again, pushing it up, now setting back.
Gets his own rebound too easy, and he drills it. I've ran out of space this quarter. Livingston putting on a show.
He just write it down with Juan Coates. I don't think he's coming in this quarter.
Billy Johnson with the quick three, can't get it to go. Livingston another rebound. He's got 5.
Futch still telling him to push it up.
Peoples pulls it back out.
And you think about it, we started this game with King shooting 3 threes in the first quarter. He doesn't have a basket here in the second.
8 threes so far for the Griffins. Another turnover. And that's kind of the story of the game right there for the Dragons. Rimming out. Nope. Wow. No call on the other end. I think King might have drew some contact there.
Only 8 points in the quarter so far for the Dragons. 9 in the first, 8 here in the second with only 1:51 left. Sub coming in is going to be Cordell Livingston for the Griffins. Turn the ball over.
Nice bounce pass. And another missed layup. It's contagious.
And some of those they're very good looks. You're wide open at the basket.
And another miss layup. They just can't finish. It's killing them today. Paris with the floater. No, but he gets his own rebound.
Pressure all the way outside. King outside. I know he's going to shoot it, so he caught it.
Yeah, so you were absolutely right. Nice pass by Peoples. Cordell Livingston, no. And the action is hot and heavy, just not many balls going in the basket.
Good second pump.
Pickens is quick. He just gotten himself a little bit out of control, but that time he draws the foul. We needed a foul call there. Action was fast and furious.
A lot of running back and forth. A lot of bad shots.
Rob Jones will replace Chris Livingston with that 17-point second quarter. Splits the pair, does Shaheem Pickens. Inside a minute here, Griffins up comfortably by 20. Good hands there, but stays with the Griffs.
And Buchtel, a very strong 1 seed in this district.
There's a 3 by Cordell Livingston. Why not? He's like, I can hit him too. 9 threes in the first half for Buchtel. There they get 1 to go. Nice drive. Shaheem Pickens. And the 2 guys that Coach Dawson mentioned in his soundbite have both been the most 2 active guys in the first half for this Dragons ball club. Nice pass, but a good job by Billy Johnson going straight up.
Great defense by him. Absorbs some contact. Shoots the 3.
A little early.
I think he was trying to pass, but
is that a shot attempt?
I would say so.
0.4 seconds left.
What are we doing?
You got to stay out there. Go ahead, inbound the ball.
I think the Dragons looking just to walk off with 0.4. They do have to stay on the floor for the inbound.
They're going to fire it?
Buchtel.
Can't fire it from there. No, you can't dribble. Now with 0.4. And that is your halftime score and an explosion of perimeter shooting.
Chris Livingston explosion.
And company lead to a dominant second quarter by the Griffins as they lead 41-20 at the half. We'll be back with first half stats in second half action. You're watching tournament basketball here on APS 15. And welcome back to the Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Joe Pacansky, Dave Schick, Peter George with you, where we're still all undefeated here, by the way. I got to get it in every time I broadcast the game here. Dave Schick has first half stats.
Looking on one side, it is a tale of two stories. You look for the East Dragons. They have not made a three-pointer in the entire game. Their leading scorer is Shaquem Pickens with 8 points. Leading rebounder tied Billy Johnson and Devontae Russell both with 4. On the other end, the Griffins, they've been shooting well from outside. 9 three-pointers in today's ball game. And their leading scorer is certainly player of the year in the City Series, Chris Livingston, the freshman. 21 points, 6 rebounds. And it continues as Perry gets an additional 2. We only had 6 in the first quarter. On the other end, to start the first quarter, John King had 9 points. He also has 6 rebounds. And we're probably looking for a second half that looks more like an all-star game than a basketball game.
So far we are. Deshaun Jones gets his first 2. Well, the Dragons, who wanted to slow things down here, when you get down like this, they're forced to speed it up, which is going to lead to some runouts. Oh, nice pass. 3-second violation. One too many passes there by the Griffins. Their 5th turnover. They'll start the same starting 5. John King, Ronell Perry, Noah Peoples, Chris Livingston, and Anthony Hunt. Dragons start Devontae Russell. He's got the ball right there and glides to the hole, and it's smacked out of bounds.
It's like a volleyball spike.
And I think the cheerleader's saying, get that out of here. Don't let the ball hit me. Make the shot. Don't be blocking it out here. Nice rebound by Russell. He puts that one up and in. Devontae Russell's got 4 and 5 rebounds. Now, East going to bring the same three-quarter trap that Buchtel has been bringing. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Griffins. Now they come out man. What a he loves the baseline.
Oh, what a move.
That was good defense. That was just a great move.
Great footwork. Create space. Get your opponent off balance.
Dragons turn it over again. Lob pass. King tries to dunk it with the left hand, just a little bit off the mark was the pass. Couldn't quite corral it. Rebound by Shaheem Pickens. Billy Johnson with the rebound. He loses it, but it will stay with the Dragons.
Johnson comes in. It's crazy that you have Johnson, who's really a great on-ball defender.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not cracking the starting 5.
Buchtel, known for their depth. Well, that a quick move by Johnson. Didn't even get off the floor there, but just quickly went up and got it to go. Crafty by Johnson. He's got 8. That's a fortuitous bounce for the Dragons for Buchtel as they'll hold on to possession. Johnson got caught up in the air there, bailed out by somebody's leg.
Well, that's going up, not knowing what you want to do with the basketball by the time you get down.
Livingston with the dice to the hole, and that's what happens when you force him one way or the other. He just is so long that he can get to where he needs to go.
Well, and oddly enough, he went to his dominant hand back to the right, and then still went to the left side of the hoop to try to score, knowing that didn't have another defender there.
Livingston gets his first 2 of the second half. Back up to a 21-point game where we stood at halftime. Nice look underneath. Again, another missed layup. Peoples with the rebound and the leak out to Perry.
Tried to sneak that one, but couldn't.
He's got that body control, and Coach Dawson takes a quick timeout. 5:11 left in the third quarter. Griffins get easy baskets. It's going to be a quick night.
Akron City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. Online at akronschools.com. Akron Public Schools.
Smart choice.
Also basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeship programs and can earn national credentials in career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, apscareers.com.
There you go.
I kind of stopped because I thought Peter looked over, but it was the other radio stations. Like I said something wrong.
We're not used to all this talent in the booth.
Well, when Peter looks at me, it usually means that I screwed something up. So that's why I was like, what? I didn't screw anything up.
Hey, it's better to be booed than to be ignored. Right?
Sure.
Speaking of which, big talk on the way in was LeBron broke the big Michael Jordan scoring title. And the LA guys were on today saying he was 3 seats away from everyone else. Hardly any of his teammates celebrated, and the fans gave him a lukewarm response. Just hasn't become the beloved figure that one would have thought there.
Well, it's only his first year. They haven't won a whole lot. That didn't help. But the crazy stuff, when you start comparing the numbers, that's when you look at him. He took less shots than Jordan did. Took longer games to get there because he doesn't have the highest scoring average. Should potentially, if he keeps this pace, he would be the all-time scorer in the last year of his contract there.
Devontae Russell, the first 3 of the night for the Dragons.
It's just been a landslide of offense from outside the arc.
And I don't know how healthy he is right now either. I mean, I know he's back in playing, and he hasn't been bad at all. But he hasn't helped his team win since he's been back, and that's...
But that team, even missing games, I'm not sure that team, you look at when he came back with the Cavs, he instantly got Kevin Love, which had been the second best player on that team automatically as well. Kyrie, who would have been better than every other player on that team as well. So it's a very different team dynamic that can still be set up for success. You had 2, superstars, or even, not quite superstars, but 2 very good NBA players plus the rest of the roster, and it's a very good, deep roster. But without those 2 pieces, it is not the roster he wants it to be.
Turnover by the Dragons, ball back to the Griffins. A little 2-2-1 pressure here.
I have a feeling, though, that free agency is not going to go how all these teams expect it to. I think you're going to get a lot of people re-signing.
You think?
Yes.
Kyrie?
A lot of re-signing.
Kyrie?
I think he's going to re-sign.
No New York?
Nope. I think Leonard could re-sign.
That would be an interesting dynamic.
So now you take Even if you take those 3 out, now who you got left? Even if you add them with LeBron, still a big help. I mean, he took
the Clippers are the team that really wisely traded Tobias Harris and still have maintained their spot in the playoffs. But they have room to sign a max guy. That might be a more attractive destination. I can't believe I'm saying this, than the Lakers.
I disagree, because even you have 2 max spots in LA as well, and you have LeBron, and you have that young nucleus where one could blossom into something, and you don't have that in the Clippers.
How many?
You have a lot of
How many
older
stars
players.
have wanted to come play with LeBron, though? Let's be honest.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're wanting to go build a super team, I don't think it happens in LA.
Guys want their own team. What, Kyrie coming to LA? No, he wants his own team. Go to New York and be terrible. Paris for 3 from deep. No. Devontae Russell having himself a nice third quarter with the rebound.
He's got 5 in the game. A little hesitation.
Give it to
move.
him again. Oh, there's a nice open shot. The intensity on the Buchtel side is waning here a little bit.
I was going to say, Pickens is not the tallest guy. Even in the 3 other white jerseys that were there, he's not the tallest guy. Now he's the only one that jumped as high as he could to get the rebound.
Well, and what they're doing here is they're keeping it from getting too far out of hand, are the Dragons. Certainly not in the danger zone yet of becoming a ball game, but they've quietly cut it down to 16. Shaheem Pickens now with the second free throw, in and out. Can't quite get in double figures. Only player for the Dragons in double figures is Devontae Russell with his 8-point third quarter. He's got 10. Chris Livingston and John King in double figures, as well as Perry. Rob Jones with a nice step back, his first 2.
Getting in the book.
Pickens quickly the other way, and he draws the foul, and King was like, what? That's ball. No?
No. Well, and it's a hard angle, I think, for the official to see from there. Really, I think, most teams would like to see that come from the C coming across. Mm-hmm. Or even the trail, seeing the space between the 2 players.
Pickens now 3 for 6 from the line. You gotta love his aggressiveness. He splits the pair. He's in double figures. Back to a 17-point game. Livingston gathers and drills it.
He's got 25. Really, I mean, the 21 in 1 quarter is more than.
Reverse can't get it to go. Another rebound inside. Livingston blocks that one.
Dragons only had 20 in the first half.
Livingston gathers, can't get it to go, but call is on the floor as he was real wise to get it up, but didn't fool Mr. Gauze.
So the extra camera crew is here for Livingston, and I'm not sure what the end result of it will be. But we saw it certainly last week at Buchtel. Uninterrupted was there.
Oh, yeah?
Getting some additional footage.
Nice.
And you can see, even from our vantage point, the cameraman is really just focusing on mainly less ball movement and more Livingston.
John King for 3.
Sets things back up.
And just like that, Buchtel on a 7-0 run, they go back up by 23.
Jones step back.
Billy Johnson working inside.
And there's just not a run that they can have to make this. You know, most times they want to say get within 10, there's a certain point where, and unfortunately, that point happened in about the second quarter.
Because of that onslaught of
Yeah.
three-pointers. And also the Dragons' just inability to finish early in that game. Because if they finish and it's a tie game, maybe them shots don't go in.
Well, and it was more deflating because they would miss a layup that they had a good opportunity for, and then Livingston would make a three that went while he was well defended. So the air in the balloon came out pretty quick.
Well, we assume Buchtel's going to hang on, and they will get the winner of the second game of the doubleheader here at the Fieldhouse tonight, which is Northwest and Talmadge. Talmadge known as a stingy defensive team usually. Having a decent year, not one of their strongest years, but they're always a tough out. They're very physical. Northwest has had a good year. They will be giving up, either one of those teams will be giving up size and speed disadvantage to the Griffins. Northwest plays a tricky matchup zone that gives some teams fits because there's not many teams that play it. And that's not all they play, but they will show a matchup zone that it's kind of tough because your zone offense doesn't. You kind of run a man offense, but you move and they're waiting for you. If Buchtel shoots like they shot tonight, it won't matter. But if they start firing up and shoot poorly, they can shoot them into the game.
And we saw, Livingston certainly had 26 in the first round, and John King with 18. But really, in that game, and we mentioned it during that broadcast, they only had 4 players that scored. So if you're going to have potentially a clunker of a game, that's where a different kind of defense could stifle one of those ones and really make it a ball game.
That being said, either team that goes in, Buchtel will be the heavy favorites with St. V's moving up to Division I. Buchtel's had some really good teams over the year, but just ran into that juggernaut. This year, they are playing the role of favorite, and so far they're handling it quite well.
Yeah, and you touched upon it briefly earlier in our broadcast where, Buchtel kind of has the size and talent of that type Division I school team in the area, but they're not in the Division I, so that's an advantage for them. But 2 of the pieces are very different. John King shot well the first half, the senior, and then you had lights out shooting in the second quarter by the freshman. So as these games get tighter and tighter, how those two interact with the ball, without the ball, is going to be important. I think certainly this is probably one for schools in the lower divisions to have a floor this big is not the norm in their regular conferences. And being able to have a quick, long team that presses, it gets you out of sorts because the court's just bigger than you're used to.
And the venue with more space behind the hoop hasn't been a tough adjustment for the Griffins shooting the ball, but it is. It's different. You don't have the brick wall like you do in 90% of the gyms we're in. And it's a different atmosphere. Perry says, I don't have a problem. I'll hit one too.
They've had problems shooting, eh?
13 now for Perry. And the question now is just how long do you go with the starters? Probably a little while still here, I would think. Step back. Livingston, no. Rebound goes to Pickens. Pickens for 3. In and out. Rebound Livingston. And then he loses it. Great hustle. And then through the wickets. Out of bounds. That's the kind of night it's been. Even when they make a good play, couldn't quite finish it with bad luck on the other end.
Well, and they had open looks to the basket where there's not someone there meeting them, but falls off the side of the rim, too hard off the glass, off the front of the rim.
.28 right now for the highly touted freshman, Chris Livingston. John King also in double figures for the Griffins with 15. Peoples with a quiet night throws a bullet. Peoples really hasn't looked to shoot very much tonight.
Peoples had his eye on King. Problem is King had his eye at the hoop.
like I said, People only has 2 points tonight. A lot quieter night than his in the sectional final game. But he's showing his passing acumen. John King showing his shooter's touch as he gets the first one to go.
Coming in for the Dragons, Keshawn Mosley, number 11.
Martavian Johnson also in. Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
I just listened to like half of what you said. For the Griffins. King knocks them both down. Johnson for 3. He nails it. Nice touch by the big fella. He's got 14.
It's odd to have a big man like Johnson in low tops.
Yeah, that is weird looking, isn't it? I could not wear low tops in basketball.
No. I did for a time. That was it, though. I think once you get that first ankle turn, you're like, not doing low tops anymore.
And I actually,
but even the mid-length tops aren't what a high top traditionally was.
The very first time, the home run ball, boy, wow, hit. I like the selflessness, but yeah, it just wasn't a good decision there. I like the thought. The first time I wore high tops, got a steal all by myself. I laid it up on the rim, and it's one of those ones where it was dance on the rim, so I looked up because I thought I missed it.
Yeah.
Came down on nobody, broke my ankle.
Oh.
But didn't know I broke it because I'd never even turned an ankle, so I still played. I mean, terribly, but then I couldn't get my shoe off. Nice fight by Noah Peoples.
That's the type of player that as we move through this tournament, we talk about really the two-headed monster of King and Livingston. He played very well.
He was a difference maker in that game.
Yeah, he deferred this game, but the last game doesn't tell the tale, as he was able to come in and he wasn't even the biggest guy out there rebounding at times. He matched up really well with the front line of Marlington in their first round, but 11 rebounds, 15 points, and just posted them up. Great footwork and hand skills to go over each shoulder and score. Livingston a little too aggressive.
Yeah, he challenged him. Boy, he got up, did Deshaun Jones. And he wanted to put the arm out and clear out, but he did a nice job of not extending it, so he drew the foul instead of drawing the foul on himself. Jones line drives the first one in.
Livingston's only first foul. Team fouls are at 4 and 5, Buchtel and East respectively. So for what has been a blowout since the second quarter, we have not had a lot of stoppages in play here at the free throw line.
Livingston can't get the second one. All right, Livingston gets the rebound after they can't get the second one to go, and he draws the foul. Livingston also with 9 rebounds, so he's about to get a double-double.
They have him with 28 points, 9 rebounds.
He's great at that too. What Peter probably was he's really good at the head like flying back thing. And there may have been a little contact there. He makes it look like a lot more.
Yeah.
It's not a flop. It's selling. It's selling it, and there's some players that are tremendously skilled at that. One of the best players in the last 20 years in Stark County that was unbelievable for being undersized at drawing fouls was Jackson's Jamie Bosley, who also played at Akron. He was this 5'11" bowling ball of a guy that never had no business being a Division I basketball player, but had a great shooting touch, a great eye for the game, and was great at drawing fouls. Get the foul line. If you get the foul line 12 times a game and you can make 10 of them, guess what? You're averaging double figures. Nice take by Devontae Russell. And Brownie says, count it. Dervonte Russell,
Yeah, and
who's got a dozen now.
yeah, really played well in the third quarter.
Yeah, he is. He's just one of those guys, got a good basketball body, plays longer than his height.
Well, there's times he has a nice fluid motion, like a guard you would want. And then he also goes up and gets rebounds like that forward that you want at like the power forward position. Tried to sneak it in, couldn't. Hunt, dazzling for the turnover.
They'll stay with the Griffins.
I was trying to cross it, and then
I know.
that's what happens when it's 68-50. Timeout here with 4:54 left in the fourth quarter. City Service basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. For enrollment opportunities, go to akronschools.com. .com. Akron Public Schools.
Smart choice.
Oh, boy.
You're already in Vegas, baby.
Also City Series basketball right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public School Career Education Department, where career education programs are supported by industry-based standards identified by 30 different business advisory groups. For more information, apscareers.com. Certainly all of our playoff coverage will be on the Akron Schools YouTube channel. Highlights and the full thing if you want to sit and relive that second quarter. It was a good one to watch.
Yeah.
And, we'll give our rights to uninterrupted upon their request, right, Peter?
I don't know about Peter through this wall. I can't see him shaking his head at us. It's like the old times when he was back in the studio.
I know.
He could really just tell us. 3 ball. Kai Coleman gets in the scoring column. Billy Johnson steps into that 3 ball, no. Rebound and the leak out. Coleman runs it down, great pass to Livingston. Hang and one. Livingston now with 30, showing his athleticism as he just beats all the secondary guys down the floor.
Well, and I think he really wanted to jump up and dunk it, but the contact didn't allow him to get a good lift. So kind of hung in the air and tried to get the non-traditional three-point play.
3-point play and 31 for him. And I got to imagine at the district final, there's going to be a nice little walk-up crowd to see this Griffins team and Livingston, see what else he can do and see what he does in the open court. Oh my goodness, it almost came up to us as he missed the dunk.
The crowd wanted it, that's for sure.
Is he going to get to redeem himself? No.
And this point, I think Coach Futch wants to get him out of there pretty soon. The crowd wanted that. People were ready to stand on their feet as he was going for the windmill. Went off the back iron.
One thing about Livingston, you don't see much emotion. I mean, you don't see much. Billy Johnson with the fade. Livingston gets the double-double with the rebound. Oh, then he loses the ball. Nice hustle. 3 ball on the other end. No. Johnson scrapes for the rebound. And we're going to have a foul and stay here.
Johnson's got 9 rebounds quietly here.
14 and 9 for Johnson. He's a building block to build around.
King's going to come in and get Livingston out of the game. Assume that'll be the last time we see him as he ends the night with 31 points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah, Buchtel has stopped playing defensively. I mean, when they bring it, they can bring a lot of energy. Johnson, he's like, I'll take my double-double.
He's got 10.
Nice finish. I'm hoping that's a cramp for Deshaun Jones. He's had a nice second half, all 9 of his points in the second half. And I don't know if he hit the back wall there.
He kind of hit that.
Looks,
I think
looks
it's a
like
cramp.
a cramp, which is good news. And Coach Dawson just went over and checked and didn't stay there long because I think they said cramp. Cramp. Which they will take you down.
So looking at it, just you look at this team. Coleman's a junior. Johnson is a sophomore. Obviously, we know that Chris Livingston's the freshman sensation.
Paris a sophomore. People's a sophomore. A lot of your players.
Outside of Anthony Hunt, Marquez Jacobs, and Jonathan King, everyone else is coming back next year. Those are the only 3 seniors on the Buchtel Griffins. Same is true on the other end for the East Dragons as they've gotten to this point with 3 seniors on their roster. Devontae Russell, Kashawn Mosley, and Ryan Collins. Now Russell has put together a nice game, but Pickens will be back as well, as he's only a junior, as well as Billy Johnson. He'll be back. He's a 6'3" junior as well. So, certainly 2 teams here in the City Series that will continue to grow and develop, and all the success certainly that East has had this season, and we'll continue to watch Buchtel get theirs.
Rob Jones.
But they're positioned to have continued success.
Yep. Turnover back to the Griffins. Let's see if they pull it out or they continue to attack here. Inside 3 minutes now. Yep, they're gonna take the air out here a little bit. A little weave action. Livingston had a lane to the hoop, but he pulls it back out.
And Smart. The crowd erupts, and Perry, very smart basketball IQ. He was content dribbling 30 feet from the basket. He looked over at the official and saw the count had already started, so he knew he had to come into below the 3-throw line and make a move, and then it just got saucy after that for the N1.
Yep. Paris with a really good move on the playground. He just happened to do it in a district semifinal game, so good looking out for him. He's got 16. Nice game today for him. And that one just went over the backboard. And we got a tip, so it will stay with the Dragons. Thank goodness, because he shot it over the backboard.
Jonathan King will be done for the day. He finishes with 17 points and 8 rebounds.
Partner, go ahead. Yeah, give us some stats. Give us a player of the game, man.
Certainly, no doubt, our Fleury's Cafe player of the game, the signature player, was Chris Livingston. A third quarter that erupted of 21 points. Ends the game with 31 and 10 rebounds. The reason why he was the Akron Public Schools Player of the Year as a freshman. All their totals as we go through it, as we talked about, Perry played very well, and he's got 16. He's got 2 rebounds to go with that. On the other end for the East Dragons, most of them are still in, but Billy Johnson has had a very nice game so far, as he's got 14 points and 10 rebounds, so he's got the double-double going. Devontae Russell also has played well. He's got 13 and 5. Deshaun Jones has come alive this second half, and he's got 11. And Pickens, the next one on the list to add to, he's got 13 and 3 rebounds.
Kyrie Smith and Jawan Coates into the ball game for the first time for the Griffins. Marquess Jacobs going to set to check in, drawing an ovation from the Buchtel faithful.
Yeah, the senior, the other senior that hasn't been on the floor gets a cheer from his home crowd. Because we certainly seen Hunt as one of their rotational players, the second senior outside of King who starts.
Number 5, Tony Motley getting some action as well.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to come in and get Jacobs a basket as well.
Knuckleball for 3, no. Rebound goes to Marlon Lee. Minute left in this one. Pretty dominating performance by the Griffins. Came in and did what they had to do in this district semi. And they will await either Northwest or Talmadge. Sakai Coleman gets it. Griffins relishing that role as the favorite. They would love to advance to regional play next weekend. After Saturday, there will only be 16 teams left in D2. Buchtel trying to punch that ticket. It's going to take one more win to do it. Marlon Lee from Summit County can't get it to go. Coleman with the rebound. We're inside 30 seconds. 3 ball as the crowd looks to erupt. No foul, please. How about a 3 by Devontae Russell? No. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and good. He continues to build that average in the second half. Devontae, 17 to lead his team.
We were certainly happy for either team to win this one, being the homers we are here from APS 15, but Chris Livingston gave a lot of people something to cheer for with just a dynamic performance tonight. 31 points, 10 rebounds. Our signature player of the game.
Yeah, dynamic performance from him, and another great second quarter by the Griffins as they did it on both ends of the floor, this time with the 3 ball. Congratulations to the Buchtel Griffins. They move on to Saturday's district final against the winner of the next game, Talmadge and Northwest. We'll have it for you here on APS 15. We want to thank all those who made it possible. For Ryan Rittenhouse and Peter George and Dave Schick, I'm Joe Pacansky. Thanks, and we'll see you for that district final.